Welcome back to Afternoon Live. Saying goodbye isn't always easy, and it can be especially difficult for small children. Here to share how we can help kids feel more confident and secure when saying goodbye, we welcome back educator and family coach, our friend Amy Williams. We're so happy you're here today.
Me too, me too.
This is tough for adults and kids alike because goodbye really is a skill, right?
It is, and sometimes we think, you know, it's a personality trait, like oh, my child's more clingy, so their goodbyes are harder, or they're really independent, so goodbyes are easier, and that can influence it, but it's not necessarily true. It's a skill. I mean, if we think back when we were younger, we had to learn that skill too from the other people around us, the adults around us, how we were supported or not supported in saying goodbye. So it takes practice in learning how to do that in a way that feels healthy. And, you know, there may be tears, and it's okay. There are emotions that are woven into that, for sure, just like you and your team is probably feeling.
Exactly.
Today.
Well, and it's probably worth exploring, even if you think your kiddo, you know, is super secure and doesn't have a clingy personality, worth exploring the conversation of what a goodbye means anyway, so that they have the baseline.
Yes, and that leads to like the second point of you can practice, you know, practice saying goodbye at school or saying goodbye when you're leaving a place that you really love. Just do a couple of dry runs where you go, okay, we're going to practice goodbyes today, or saying we're finished with this and we're moving somewhere else. Right?
Okay.
So here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And just so that children have that, they can build that confidence and calm and certainty. They can borrow that from us, right? So we're showing up and co-regulating and showing how goodbyes can be calm and comfortable. And
and maybe starting with small goodbyes, and then they can understand the concept of sometimes it can be a final goodbye.
Yes. A lot of goodbyes are final, and in a young child's life, there are a lot of little bitty goodbyes, like goodbye to your teddy bear when you're going to breakfast, and goodbye to the toothbrush when you get a new one, or goodbye to a binky when it's time to not have one anymore.
My kids have had a couple of classmates move away to different cities or states, and it's heartbreaking to hear them talk about how they're going to miss their buddy so much.
Yeah. I would recommend being honest about that, because if we know we're not going to see them again,
they're not going to come back,
they're moving to Alaska, and we're not going to see them anymore. You know, it's hard when I've seen parents try to soothe a big emotion by saying, oh, but we'll see them, we'll FaceTime them all the time. And sometimes that could be our own discomfort of goodbye. So it's helpful to take a look at how we say goodbye too, and how we feel about it.
Well, it's a great reminder that they're always watching, right? And our energy is going to affect their energy.
100%. So in those little goodbyes and big goodbyes, I recommend that the adult, the important adult, show up in a way that lets them know you're safe. I'm confident about where you're going. You're going to school, you're going to your cousin's house, and I feel confident about that. So that consistent goodbye that has maybe a hug or a handshake or a high five, and then maybe a phrase that you might want to say. It might be like an inside joke that you have with each other, or an inside phrase, or even a hand gesture. I knew families who would do this to each other, or a double wink. And that was kind of like this is the end of the goodbye. Even through tears. Here's the thing, please don't sneak out, because that just undermines our reliability and their trust in us. You know, they're playing with something, so I don't want to interrupt, so I'm just gonna dip. And the child turns and doesn't see their person, and then falls apart. And, you know, and if it's a teacher that's left with that, they will appreciate the adult having a clear goodbye.
I was going to say, somebody's going to have to deal with it eventually, right? So
That's not fair.
Exactly. What about when, you know, you are the important adult and maybe it's a goodbye that you're experiencing together, and regulating your emotions, but also being honest, right? You don't want to totally hide that you're going through something too.
I feel sad. I miss my mom, and you're going to miss grandma. And so I'm going to take a deep breath, or I'm going to be sad for a minute or a while, or I might be really quiet at dinner. I'm not mad, I'm just sad. So you could use that opportunity to do some emotional intelligence, vocabulary building.
What about if you have a kid who might go quiet in those moments, and knowing how hard to push, I guess, if you want to just check in with them and make sure that they're okay, and that they know that you're a safe person for them.
I love the phrase, I noticed that and then say what you notice.
Okay.
I notice you're really quiet right now. Just a declaration of what you see. I notice your eyes look really teary. Pause, leave that opening. And as children get older, just noticing that and dropping it, especially for teenagers, because they're figuring out, they're turning inward to figure out those emotions. They've already had that time as a young child growing up to figure out that. And if you've missed that time, it's okay.
Right.
But when you notice, say what you notice.
Okay.
I notice that you're...
Yeah, no pressure. Just leave it out there and see.
I just see it. I notice you. I see you. I'm right here. Kind of a reminding that I notice you're worthy of being noticed, and I'm here. I'm not here to fix it necessarily unless you ask for it, right? What would support look like? I know you're moving from middle school to high school, or moving from this town to this town.
Yeah.
That can be hard. What does support look like?
There you go.
And then your teenager may say nothing. Or they might say, you know, whatever.
Right, they might surprise you.
They often know exactly what support looks like.
Yeah.
And will let us know if they know that we're interested.
Yeah. Bottom line, goodbyes are not about avoiding big feelings, right?
No, it's about letting a child know that you can experience that big feeling and you're not alone, and you can move through that arc of intense emotion or middle emotion or little emotion and come out the other side, and feelings exist and then they pass. And then there's another one.
Right.
Joy will come.
There you go.
Yeah.
They both exist together.
Yeah,
That's
same
so
thing
true.
for all of y'all.
Yes.
Too. Yeah.
A big goodbye today, and then we'll see what's next.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Well, thank you for being here today.
My pleasure.
We're so
Thanks for
happy you
having
could
me.
share. Always so fun to see you. Okay, we're going to have these tips and more about Amy on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.